Hi, it's Chris from Business and Traders, and in this video, we're going to use ChatGPT to generate investment ideas. We're then going to take those investment ideas and we're going to put them into a Google spreadsheet, again with the code generated from ChatGPT, so we can get the prices. We're going to go one step further and we're going to put it into Sierra charts, and we're going to load up and see what the price performance has been for each one of these. And we're also going to go one final step further, and we're going to run it against our trading bot to see when we would have potentially generated a trading signal using our trading bot. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So the first thing I need to tell you is this is not investment advice. Don't go off buying the stocks. This is giving you ideas on how to invest. Now, if you say to ChatGPT, just to let you know, give me some investment advice, give me a number of stocks to trade, it'll actually say it can't do that. So the way you get around this is by using this command, any ideas for investing. So we're going to start with any ideas for investing in AI stocks. So without further ado, the first one on the list is NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA makes graphics cards. And why are these benefiting from the AI revolution? Put simply, they do the calculations. So when you're asking the questions, their A1000s, A9000s, or their 3090s, or the 4090s, so to speak, which is their top-end graphics cards, do the mathematical calculations. I think it actually might be an A4000, actually, not an A1000. So, but it's not specifics about the graphics cards that we're interested in. It's more about basically what is going to benefit from this AI revolution that we find ourselves in. So, without further ado, we've got NVIDIA, and let's just look on the charts. And if you look at NVIDIA, right, we had a sell signal there at the top of the market at 345 back in 2021, in 22nd of November. And then we've had a buy signal in 2022. That's on the weekly. If we look on the daily, what we've had a sell signal there. And that was 13th of December 2022. And that went from 187 right down to 140. We haven't had any subsequent buy signals, but we had a buy signal back there as well. So without further ado, that's the first one on the list. Now we're also going to add that to our spreadsheet. Now, just 2 moments. If we just move down here, I'm just going to show you that I asked ChatGPT how to do this. Get me the code for Google Sheets to get the share price. You can use Google Finance function. It then goes on and tells me the exact syntax, which I've copied it into spreadsheet just to save a little bit of time. And we have it here. So we're going to do this one for NVIDIA. So we're just going to go to the top because we're going to go for each one of these. Just copy and paste that into here. And we're going to copy and paste that Google function into there. Now, obviously, it's got the Google one. We're just going to get the ticker. You need the ticker. And then we're just going to put that in there. And that should then get me the NVIDIA price. So then you can track it. 2 seconds. So just see, making sure I've done that correct. There we go. We got the price. And if you look, it's pretty much spot on. So that's NVIDIA. Moving on, what's next on the list? Right, well, we've got Google, which I have already put Google in. So I was testing it earlier on. So on Google here, our bot on the daily generated a buy signal at 84, currently at 98 as we speak. So that's more than a 10% gain. And on options, that'd be considerably more. We trade options on the weeklies. So let's make sure that we've got that in the sheet, and we have got that in the sheet. So I'm going to move on to number 3. Amazon. Why is Amazon going to be benefiting from the AI revolution, I ask you? Well, it's heavily investing in AI, and be a main beneficiary because literally it's just going to get rid of staff. So obviously, if you think about all the packers, they're going to be replaced by robots. That's a massive cost. Now, obviously, once they've invested in the robots, the year-on-year cost, they're not going to have of the staff, so they are going to see a benefit. So let's just jump over to here. Let's put Amazon in here and let's see how potentially Amazon has performed. So let's just go, and that's a daily. So we did have some signals there, right back there, and then we had a signal here, which is a really good signal at 82. Now, again, we've seen a 20% rise in that signal. Just checking on the weekly. And yeah, there we've got a signal at 87 on the weekly. And we've got a signal back there at 100, and that popped to 147. So we saw a 50% gain there off that signal. Just a point to note, it did go up and then come back down practically to where the signal actually originally triggered. Just going to move this quote board over here just to expand it out. So moving on. Right, well, Microsoft, guess who is behind ChatGPT? Well, Microsoft are about to invest 10 billion in ChatGPT. They are the ones that are providing the computing power. Now, as ChatGPT explodes and gets even bigger and more successful, one of the main beneficiaries from a hardware perspective, i.e. providing the hardware, is going to be Microsoft. So let's put them in the spreadsheet. Now I'm going to make this spreadsheet available as well, so you can obviously use it yourself. And 2 second amendments, we want to do just put that across down there, and then we're just going to move that ticker across into the lookup. It does take the quotes, just to let you know. So when it does the quotes, then it won't look it up properly. So you've got to just do it inside the quotes. Right, there you go. You got 247, right? So obviously we're just going to flick to Microsoft. There we go. Boom. We're on Microsoft. We've got a buy signal there on the weekly. We've got a buy signal there, and we've got a sell signal. So moving on to the daily. And what have we got? Right. So we had a buy signal at 219, and we're at 247 as we speak. So as you can see, we have we're doing all right on these signals on our bot. We spent years developing our trading bot, and same with ChatGPT. ChatGPT spent years developing the AI behind it. So let's move on. Right, on to the next one. I do. Right. Let's have a look what we've got. Just downloading the data. Right, so we've pretty much just got a sell signal on this one. So that's an interesting. So we literally just got a sell signal as we speak, and that's on the daily. So let's move that over into our trading ideas spreadsheet. Quickly. Oh, loading it up. Oh. Oh, yes, it is at 134 because I'm just looking at when the signal was. Right, so obviously 10 points off the signal. Right, okie doke. Right, next on the ideas list, Intel. Well, Intel again is providing AI technology due to the hardware and software solutions that they're in. So obviously, I would see that they're going to benefit from this. Just have a look at what we've got on the Intel radar. Got a buyback there. Not had anything on Intel as we speak. Let's just check the weekly. Yeah, we've got no decent signals there. And let's drop down to the 4 hour, just searching. Won't be a sec, it's just loading the data up. Whilst it's doing that, I'm just going to put this into here. Got a Google function there. Changing that to Intel. Nice, that's cool. And let's have a look what we've got on the 4 hour. Have we got any signals? Well, we do have a signal back here on the 1st. It's in January, the 4th of January, taking it from 26 to 30. Signal's not that good on Intel. Let's just jump down. Look. More signals. Better signals on a 30-minute there. So obviously we've got a signal there from 28 to 30. Not quite 10%. And then obviously 27. Intel's not really moving that much compared to the other stocks. We've had a big gap down there. That's a big gap down. Potential buying opportunity there. So I don't know exactly why it has gap down. But anyway, moving on. Remember, this is not financial advice. Right, so obviously I'm just looking at the economy as a whole here, right? Now, obviously we've got AI that's booming. We've also got battery technology that's booming. And see if I've got this ticker. Don't know if I've got this ticker. ALB. ALB stands for the Albemarle Corporation. Yeah, we have got it here. For some reason it's just not listed there in Sarah charts, but we've got it there on the ticker. So we've got some sells here. So that's that signal's no good. That signal did play out. Not that much though. That signal did play out. So you can see here that it's not perfect in the signaling. No trading system is. We tend to be about 69 to 78% accurate on the trading signals, depending on the stock. Some stocks are better than others. We've actually developed it for the futures indexes, so that's really what we use it for. But it does actually work on pretty much any stock. As you can see there, we've got a signal there at 271, and we're up at 281. That's on the 30-minute. So if we just jump back to what we were showing them on, yeah, we've got some better signals on the daily. Tend to be stronger signals, and they tend to play out on the higher time frames. Yeah, we've got some shorts on the weeklies there, so that's 340 down to 212, and that's quite a volatile stock. Is this? Ah, goodness me, that's nearly half. So that short didn't play out. So basically, you got 3 decent signals out of 5 there. So obviously, there, depending on how you do your stops, you wouldn't be in a losing situation because it didn't actually go against you. It just didn't follow through in a big way. So that's a lithium based manufacturer. Now I'm just going to put that into here. So we're going to put these, just drop down to here. Oops. Like that. Yes. Right, okie doke. Just a point to note on this. I got the attributes as well for you. So the attributes here, and I'm just going to cut and paste this into the Google Sheet so that if you want to create your own sheet, and when you pass this parameter into your pricing or your function, you can change it and say, instead of price, get me. Let's do it as an example, right? Okie dokie. We can see the volume. So, say for instance, we want to see which stocks are traded high. And paste this. I'm going to change this to the volume so you can see what happens. Then you can see the volume. So obviously, in the video as an example, and I will do this in the background on these, but not actually on the video because for instance, it will take us a while to do all attributes. Now, obviously, what I can do here is I can look up the ticker, which is A3 as an example. That should give me, because the ticker, I didn't use the ticker on there on that one. So we'll change the ticker to that, and then we'll look up the name as well again on separate. So that should So you can see the volume there. So I'm going to fill out the blanks here, but I'm not actually going to do it on the video because you'll get bored whilst we're doing this. The whole point of AI is that we save our time and do lots of time saving ideas. So moving on to the next stock. So digressed a little bit there. So, because I've done these all, I've already preloaded these up in ChatGPT. The reason I do that is because ChatGPT is so popular that potentially you will find that basically it times out. So this one's a chilly one. So obviously we're just gonna best company. May have it in Sierra. Just gonna jump to it. Sierra is just a side note on Sierra Chats, and I'll put a link down below in the description. Sierra Chats is an amazing charting package. I swear by it. I've used it for years. I code in it. You can use C++ behind the scenes. You've got spreadsheets behind the scenes that you can automatically generate off the charting packages. And the bot that you see is actually wrote in C. And these diamonds, these signals are actually basically drawn onto the chart automatically. Now, so what have we got on this one? Got a decent buy at 76 there. Obviously, we're up at 70 and 98. So this one is a leading company in producing lithium and other minerals. I do think lithium companies long term are going to do well, unless we see a massive change in energy production. But you know, I'm talking like five years. If you look at the stock performance on this, it's quite volatile. If we look on the weekly, it's just literally been one way. You're 4 times your money. So, in fact, what have we got on the signals there? We've actually got some sell signals. We're going to buy signals. Let's have a look. That's all about the amount of data we've loaded. See if we can load more data. So that's intraday. We want to have it back. That point. That should go back. Further back. There we go. Yeah, we've got some buy signals going down, which is no good. So there, we've got some signals that didn't actually work out. We've got a sell signal there, but then a buy signal there that didn't work out. That buy signal did. Sell signal there, buy signal, buy signal. These buy signals are pretty much short-lived, so it don't really work well on this stock. It works well for shorting. If you want to short, then you're all right. What's it like on the weekly, daily? Oh, we've got better buy signals on the daily. Now, obviously, when we're looking at particular trading a particular stock for the bot, we backtest it. We have to backtest it, and we can actually change the parameters of this. This is just set to standard parameters on the bot, which we have the set parameters: line speed, slow speed, SMA is set to 10, and the offset is set to 2. So depending on that, we will optimize that per stock. So where we're basically thinking of potentially actively trading that particular stock. But we are digressing a little bit. We're going into the nitty-gritty there. So right, so that is an interesting one. This is you'll probably find that this one works well on the short time frame just because of the volatility. There you go. Short, long. Oh, that's a good long. 82, 88, 10%. Short, long. Long from 93 to 98. Right. So moving on swiftly, what have we got on the next one? Now, obviously, you've got the idea with this, so I'm just going to put this into here. I'm just going to put this down here. That bomb. Right, moving on. What have we got on here? And what are we on? We're on a weekly. So start with the weeklies. Yeah, so we've got a number of signals there. Again, we're 20 to up to 36 and then back down on the sell. It's quite volatile. So again, I think it's a stock that would traded intraday on a 30-minute chart potentially, or on a 4-hour chart. Let's just have a quick look. What signals are? 4 hours, yeah. Yes. Move swiftly on that. That sell buy signal didn't work. So let's jump into this. Price. This is all real time as well. So when you come to this spreadsheet, it will be real time. Like I said, I'm going to tidy up and put a few more columns in there for you. Right. So that was Livent. They're a chemicals company. They produce lithium hydroxide, key in production for the batteries. They're going to benefit. Just out of interest, what's their weekly look like? It's all over the place, to be honest. Not quite what you'd expect. But if you take it back, wow, from 4 up to 36. Oh my goodness me, that'd have been a good trade. Just out of interest, any signals? Oh, we got a buy signal there. So, right, on with the show. Right, what's the next one? Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing these right. Garfang Lithium. It's a Chinese company and it's one of the largest producers in the world. I have never heard of these companies. But we don't need to, because we have Chatgpt. We don't seem to have a stock for that. So we can't look that up. Can't test it out in the bot. We can still invest in it if we can find out where it's from. So it probably, well, let's see if it can go into the spreadsheet. Obviously, we're governed literally by what we can trade via charts as far as the data we can get. Oh, not even that one's got right. Okay, so obviously that one we'll take off. Well, we'll leave it there just because it's there from ChatGPT. So obviously these are not exact science. Alrighty. It's stock that people love to love or love to hate. It is the one and only Tesla. And this is done well because they dropped their prices of their cars. They're well into the AI, and they're well into technology, full stop, and they're well into batteries. So he's pulled back. So obviously, potentially, it's a stock to potentially be looking at, because obviously you don't want to be buying a stock when it's at the top. So obviously we can see the weekly. I mean, this is where they did a share swap. So that's not actually what actually happened. So but looking at this recently, we've just had a signal on the weekly. So we've had a signal there on the 9th of January at 97. That would have been a good trade. What have we got on the daily? Signal not that good on the daily. 162 to 195. Nothing here. Interesting. So 4 hour. Well, we're downloading data as we speak. Give it a moment. Right, whilst that's doing that, we will. Well, we've done that. We will move on. So obviously now I thought about robotics. I'm thinking, hey, If we delve deeper into a sector within AI, that would be robotics. I'm really thinking here from a point of view of the likes of Amazon's going to be um, a key beneficiary of this. They employ lots of people, and oh, so this is a robotics company, and we're just gonna. So just jumping back, we have now got Tesla on the screen. Nothing on there, so we'll just have a quick look. Tesla's a volatile stock, so you tend to find if you drop it down to a lower time frame, you're going to get some good signals. There we go. We've got a really good signal back on the 19th of January at 124. You'd be 50% up on your investment now. Now, what did I want to tell you? So that's Tesla, right? Yeah, talking about the robotics side. So we're just going to ask ChatGPT. So let's just go down and say, how many staff does Amazon employ? Now, ChatGPT is not going to be 100% accurate on this because it's up to 2021, as it's actually said. Oh my goodness me, it's 800,000. Right. How many within the warehouse do but a quarter of all their staff? I'm just gonna grab a water before I start coughing. Are packing. So just think about this. Potentially there's a saving of a quarter of their staffing costs. Now, obviously, it's probably not exactly a quarter. It's probably more like 15% because obviously you've got to take into account these staff, warehouse staff will be on less wages than, say, for instance, a marketing member of staff. But again, it's a massive potential. So, to see where I'm coming from, when you're looking at these potential investments, you need to think about how the first movers within these sectors are actually going to benefit from the change in how we do things. So obviously, AI is one, robotics is another, energy consumption via electricity is also another. So we've got three themes here that I've put into ChatGPT. So moving on, we are on to the robotics one, the first one. Let's have a look how we did on that. And we've got some sells and we've got some buys. We've got quite a bit of volatility here. But if you actually look, that's on the 30-minute. That's no good. Right. We've got some reasonable buys there. We've got a buy at 13 and we're up at 17. And we've got a sell at 19 down to 13. So that's a potential good one to look at as well. Right, ABB. Here. Oops. ABB. Right. And I'm going to look up the names, like I said, but not on the video, just to keep the video as short as possible. There's a Swiss company that provides a range of robotics automation. Let's have a look at this. How are we doing over here? Ooh. Yeah, we've got a really good buy signal back there in October. And it's up 50%. So, on with the next one. KUKA. German company in robotics. Right. Stick that one over here. Right. So, interesting stock. What does this show us? Is the liquidity on this stock is not too chipper. That's a little better over that. Oh, we got a buy down here at 40, and we got a sell up here at 85. Also got a sell there that didn't actually work out. So, well, it did, but obviously not on the chart. So obviously it's still 67 down. Well, you're talking about 5-10% you get out of that. Anyway, moving on. So that's the leading manufacturer in German, Yaskawa Electric Corporation. I would imagine that's Japanese. And they are a leading manufacturer in industrial robots. Because we don't really have domestic robots, do we? We have these vacs that can vac the carpet. That could be potentially classed as a domestic robot. Anyway, digressing. Let's see what we've got on the price. Right, and over here, stick it into CO chart, see what the bot's done over here. Got to buy there, but just look at the liquidity on that. Look at the gaps. My goodness me. Probably not want to put the crown jewels in. Let's see, the price and data on that's even worse. But it has performed well. It's an interesting candlestick chart. It just looks more like dots to me. Anyway, we'll keep it on the list because ChatGPT did recommend it. So iRobot is to do with domestic, and they do a VAC. So hey, let's have a look at this VAC. Let's just have a quick look. There you go. Boom. Look how many people are buying it. It even empties itself. Wow. Right, so let's get the ticker for that one. Yeah. And let's change this. Let's see what we've got. RBT. Okie doke. Right, what we have next? Yeah, we want to see what that's actually done in the bot, don't we? Well, that's looking a little bit better. Not from a daily buy signal. Those buy signals are not very good. In fact, it's on a bit of a tank, is that? But the first signal did well. Let's have a look what it's doing on the weekly. Again, these do need to be optimized. So again, we've got a sell there, we've got a buy there, but these buy signals there have just not worked out. I wonder what it's like on the 30-minute. Doesn't look that volatile. Bit better, but no, I don't. I think we need to optimize that, but it's straight out the box. The buy and sell signals are not perfect on that, to be honest. Far from it. Right, okie doke. We're moving on. What else have we got? So we've talked about the parameters. We've talked how to get the code for the spreadsheets. Then we're thinking, hey, energy-wise, solar. You know, we've got the energy crisis, and that's less than ideal situation in Russia. So, how does this stock fare? Ah, good signal there. 140 to 180. We're back to decent signals. So, what I would say is with this, right, when we're investing with the business traders bot, we always backtest. If you're trading, you should always backtest. You don't just go, right, well, I'm going to change and I'm going to trade off this signal because it's just a signal. We like to backtest and see that basically these signals actually do play out. If you don't backtest, you're going to lose money. So, moving on. Right, so First Solar has been a successful one as well, so we'll stick that in the spreadsheet. Change this code. Actually, just do this. Don't have to mess around with it. So I'll do that for all of them that we've got there. We have that one out of the list. We know that one's not available. So just moving myself off the screen here, just down to here just to do this. So that's the ticker. Do the empty name. Right, okie doke. Based on we're not going to know the names. Sheet. What are we talking about, folks? There we go. And we know that one's not there. And right, on with the show. Right, what have we got next? Right, so we're on to this one. Nearly there. We're nearly finished. Nice. A few for you, at least 20. Right, so let me have a look. What have we got? We got a buy signal just coming off this one, which is the SunPower Corporation. They do solar panels. At the moment, every man and his dog in the UK is putting up solar panels. Whether or not that's any good, because obviously we don't get much sun here. We get a lot more sun in the beefer. Solar panels will be good over there. I don't know how much savings we're going to get over here with solar panels, but that's another story. But if you're in Texas and it's really sunny, potentially, that's a good thing. But having said that, energy is not as expensive over there. About $3 a gallon as against £9 over here for diesel. So just me ranting about the price of energy there. Right. Right. So SunPower, we've got some really good signals there. So moving on. One that's literally just come in. Right. And I'll tell you what we just need to do. I need to have missed something. You are sell signal on this one. Jinkino Solar. And we've had a few decent signals off that. So we'll move that one across. JS. Right, okay. Here in the end here now. Yes, it's had some big months. So what have we got on this one? We've got some sell signals, but no buys. And what have we got on the weekly on that? Yeah, we've got some buys, 24 up to 48. My goodness me, what a trade that had been in April of last year. I've only just discovered ChatGPT, and obviously, you think about the hours of research that it would take to come up with these information. I have absolutely no clue as to who's the best solar panel manufacturers in the world. I have no clue who's going to really benefit in the robotics side. Yes, I do have a clue because I'm a computer programmer from the AI point of view. And that's just generally because I know, for instance, NVIDIA's the leading manufacturer in the world, along with AMD for graphics cards, and they use it for mathematics modeling. But my point is this: if you're not in the industry, if you are Joseph, if you're Mr. Retired and you're playing golf, or Mrs. Retired also playing golf, then ChatGPT can save you a fortune in time, and obviously potentially give you some really, really good returns. There's only one or two here that have actually gone down, and obviously because we're traders, we trade both up and down on the market. So obviously it doesn't really matter to us. As a signal point of view, obviously if you're investing and it's a pension and so on and so forth, and you're looking at long term, then obviously what we're looking at here is we want to see the stock price go up. So obviously you do need to take into account market cycles. Obviously we've just been through a bit of a downward cycle just purely because of the interest rates going up as we speak across the world. So, but again, these industries, as you've seen, if you look at the charts, they have been going up in the majority of cases. Obviously not every single investment that you do is going to go to the sky. As Warren Buffett puts it, you only need one blue sky to be successful. Never risk more than you can lose. So, and literally, we're nearing the end. So, looking at this one, this is Canadian Solar. How has Canadian Solar done? Right. Yep, that's the one that's doubled. So, just going to put that over here. CSIQ. And I never knew you could do this in Google up until ChatGPT. Watching a video on YouTube on ChatGPT, and I thought, wow, that's absolutely amazing that I can just literally sheets of the stocks that I'm looking at and then literally move them across into Sierra charts if I am interested. So we'll just do the last one, ENPH. Hope you found this interesting. I hope you found it useful, and also I hope you found it that literally, we've been doing these. I've been looking up these tickers live on our trading software, and as you can see, the signals do vary. And what's this, a weekly on this one? Let's see daily. Got a buy now just coming in literally as we speak at 222 on the 27th of January, which is already playing out, already 10 points up. So this has been a really, really interesting and exciting video, I think. I think basically we have, out of that, I've managed to generate 20, what if we're talking, oops, two sets, I'm moving me out of the way. I've generated 21 stock ideas there in 45 minutes with you. So literally, how long would that take you to go through all different journals, all different subscription places to work out that sort of level of and quality of stock ideas? It would be hours. ChatGPT is a game changer. I do personally think that it's going to be a potential replacement for Google. Obviously, Google's going to come out with something, but I think the fact is, and Google has a lot of AI, so again, it's a potential stock, which obviously is on our list right at the top, right? But also Google could, and I'm just being contrarian here, I'm just talking, looking at both sides of the coin. Google could, they could initially be a negative impact. Now, what I mean by that is basically, this is a question I'm going to just post to Google just to see the difference. Right, look at that, right? And what we got on here, we have just advert after advert after advert. Guess what happens when I click on that? Google earns money. Right now, ChatGPT at the moment, it doesn't earn money. Now, obviously, at some point, ChatGPT will become a charging service. But you've got to sift through all this lot and work out what's the potential stocks. So, and obviously someone's bidding there. So I mean, obviously, you literally have got to go through every single one. It would take you a while. It's only take longer than 45 minutes. And I'll leave you that thought. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, I can do more videos like this. Comment down below. Press the like button. That would help me a lot. Press the subscribe button and share this spreadsheet with your friends and get them to watch the YouTube video. It would really, really help me. Obviously, I've got a few subscribers at the moment. As we speak on this video, I think I've got 17 subscribers. So obviously, I'm wanting to get to 1,000 this year. So if you can help me with that, that would be really, really appreciative. And like I say, share it with your friends, and I'll make as many videos as you want. I enjoy doing this. If you enjoy it, obviously, if it's not something you find useful, then equally tell me that. I might cry about it, but I'll find something to do that is good for all of us. And on that note, I'm going to bid you good day. Have a great trading week and a great trading month. We have got the FOMC today, so it is going to be volatile. We've also got non-farm on Friday. Again, that's going to cause volatility. We've got earnings for the big stocks on Thursday. So literally, that is going to affect the volatility in the markets. So it's just a point to know. Bye for now.